Hello, everyone. You have joined a special episode of Twitchy Tuesdays where we are thriving live to discuss Beltane and we're going to pull some tarot. Blessed Beltane to everyone out there. And if you are wondering what Beltane is and how to celebrate it, you have absolutely landed in the right spot. Make sure to stick around. We've got a special tarot reading. We've got all of the animal energy out today, and that will be coming at the end. So let's ground in. Let's embrace the energy of Beltane and the guidance of the tarot. And we're going to welcome. This is what we're going to do today. We are going to welcome growth, renewal, and abundance into our lives. That is what we are here for today. So let's clear space just like we do every Twitchy Tuesday. I mean, I know this is a special episode, but we're still going to clear some space. And the reason why is because look at this right here, y'all. 232. That is right. We have Q2 goals to get 1,000 YouTube subscribers and 100 followers on Twitch. And we are looking to grow this channel, looking to grow its offerings. So, just little things like getting solar fire, getting some new equipment, doing some more fun things, growing and developing. That is what we are here for. And that is our Q2 goal. And we are getting there. We are definitely getting there. The other thing that I wanted to let everybody know is all May Twitchy Tuesdays are now scheduled. Boom, they're out up on YouTube. They are on Twitch. You can go in. If you're on YouTube, you can smash that notify me button. So that way, when I go live, you are aware and you can hop in live with the energy. The other thing that I had was if you're looking for more astrology, join Moni and I. We're over at Red Pill Astrology, at Red Pill Astrology on YouTube. And we do our daily dose capsule. That is a WhatsApp capsule. We have all different kinds of astrology things there. So if that is something that you are interested in getting more into the astrology, you want to get over there. All right. I'm loving this League of Legends. I wasn't really sure. I was trying to find the right vibe for Beltane, and this League of Legends came out. Thank you, Pretzel Rocks. That is where we're at and what we're doing. All right, let's talk about Beltane real quick. We'll ground in with Beltane before we move on to the tarot reading. Yes, I've got a full spread. We've got all the animal energy, and I'm super excited to bring it to you. But let's just ground in on why we're doing a Twitchy Tuesday special, why we are here on a Sunday morning, maybe Sunday, maybe Monday for some of you, maybe an afternoon. But I've got the coffee, cold brew, and celebrating this Beltane. Let me see, which way do I want it? Ooh, look at that. Got the Beltane altar already rocking. Got my little gifts for the little folk out there. So let's ground in and just talk about what Beltane is before we head over to the reading for today. So Beltane is also known as May Day. Typically happens around May 1st. That's going to be more a Gregorian calendar sort of thing. So really, truly when Beltane is when the sun reaches 15 degrees of Taurus. So sometimes that may not always fit right on May 1st within the Gregorian calendar. But modern times, celebrating May 1st. It is a celebration of fertility. It's a celebration of abundance. And it's really about the continued return of the sun's warmth. It is now preparing to transition from spring to summer. Beltane itself is a Celtic celebration, but you'll find especially in Germany, in Norse, you will find mid-spring festivals all throughout different cultures. So while Beltane, the actual celebration of Beltane, has Celtic roots, it is definitely found amongst many, many different cultures. And really what Beltane is all about is celebrating the space, that midpoint between the spring equinox, which aligns with Aries, and the summer solstice, which aligns with Cancer. So again, it's when the sun reaches this midpoint, the mid-decan of Taurus, which is 15 degrees. One other thing that you'll see from an astrology perspective, because we're always bringing in the astrology at Twitchy Tuesday, This is where the Palladius star system begins to be seen through Taurus. The seven sisters begin to rise on the horizon during sunrise, and you begin to really feel that energy of the Palladian star system. And just like Taurus, it's time to nurture. This is what this celebration is all about. It's all about the nurturing. It's all about it's the celebration of life. It's the celebration of abundance. And it is a lot in ancient times. This is right before warriors would be going out to go to battle, right? They'd be going out to go and pillage and do all of the things. So this was like the last celebration before they went off, before the incredibly hard work of harvest, bringing in harvest began. So this is really a lot about breathing life into fertility, breathing life into the new beginnings, breathing life into the ability to manifest so much abundance through the harvest season. So that way, when we get to the cold days of winter, we have enough to survive. We have enough to thrive during that time. It's also the second fire festival. So, from the Wiccan Wheel of the Year calendar, it is the second fire festival on the wheel. It aligns with the elements of air and fire. So, air is tied to spring, and then fire is tied to summer. So it is this transition of air and fire. And for those of you that are like me, that have a lot of air and fire in your natal chart, this is the time, this is the season, this is our celebration. From a celebratory standpoint, bonfires. Bonfires are huge during this time. Getting that dew, you still see that like dew on the moss, that beautiful time where there's still like some fog. There's the rains are soaking into the ground. It's a time of feast. A lot of marriages happen during this time. It's a time of hand fasting. Maypoles and dancing around the maypoles, especially taking those ribbons and just having fun. Again, it's the celebration, it's the joyousness, it's all of that. From an altar and shrine perspective, again, I've got which way do I move? There we go. Got my shrine right there. So, bright, lively colors is really great, especially if you can get like bright, lively ribbons, magentas, greens, yellows, even like your candles, making them really bright. Having flowers, lots of the wild flowers, the spring flowers are wonderful. Making a crown out of those flowers, having herbs, sweets like honey. I've got a honey cake over there. Hawthorn. Typically, you knew when it was time to celebrate Beltane because the hawthorns would begin to bloom. Um, Anything with circles. So I have my stone circle over there. Fire is very important during this time. And then scents like rose and lavender and vanilla. And we have all of those here with us today, kind of just bringing in that energy. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk through was the deities, who this really aligns with. So you have the May Queen and King, Freya, Venus, and all of her archetypes like Artemis, Aphrodite, Flora, Diana, Hecate, all of that kind of Venusian energy, which is right on time because, yes, Venus does rule Taurus. And then this is also the time of otherworldly creatures like the Fae. And remember, this is a Celtic celebration. So in Celtic, from their perspective, the veil is very, very thin during this time. So this is the other side of Samhain. So you have Samhain, which is in October, November. Here is the other side of it, Beltane. And these two times are when the veil between the other world and the mortal world is incredibly thin. And on these nights, this is when Fae and the little folk and the spirits and sprites want to travel between their realm and the mortal realm. Um, it's a very magical time, very good time to, do any sort of magical manifestations, anything like that. Again, the Beltane bellfires were lit during this time to really help bridge that mortal realm, our realm, and the other realm, bridge the sun's energy, bring the sun's energy in to help with the crops, to banish anything that would threaten the harvest. So it's a fire, any sort of fire cleansing. In fact, this morning, I was super called. I had to go and like sage everything. The house was full saged. All altars needed to be saged. So every altar had like a bit of sage on it, and it was just lit and allowing it to burn until it burned out, just to really cleanse that space, bring in the new energy that you want. So that way, as you begin to work for harvest, everything goes right. All right. So that is just a really, I mean, there is so much to Beltane. There's so much to these festivals. If you want to add any color, if you have celebrated Beltane, or if you've been in any of the Germanic countries or in Ireland itself during Beltane for celebration, please, please leave a comment if you are watching this on replay, or if you are live with us right now, leave it in the chat. What do you do? How do you bring in Beltane? This is really that space where, as a community, we all get to learn and grow. All right. Woo, we're ready. We ready. Let's look at these cards. This is the spread. This is the start of the spread for this amazing Beltane reading. So let's just ground in and let me tell you what we got here. All right, let me scoot up. I need some more coffee. Moments, please. All right, that's done. All right, so here we go. Now, all of these animals that you're seeing here, let me bring this a little more. Here we go. All of the animals that you're seeing here are very part of Beltane. So we've got the cow, we've got the mountain goats. Any type of goats, does not have to be a mountain goat, but in this deck, this is the card that was available. Bee energy, we have rabbits and swans, and all of these animals align with Beltane. And then I've got the Rider-Waite in here in my tarot holder. And we've got all of the oils. We've got the scents. So again, just really digging in and bringing in that Beltane energy for full abundance. So what we're going to be doing is we'll take each of these one by one. We'll read from the animal tarot, or totem tarot, excuse me. The links for each of these decks are found in the description box. So they're already in there. You don't have to wait till the end. They are there. But we will read from each of these and then bring in and really figure out how that is meaningful to us during this Beltane time. And then we'll use the Rider-Waite for any additional questions. So that's how the reading's going to go today. I am going to pull in this full card screen here so you can really get in and get down into it. Obviously, we do have the energy of Taurus here. We got to have the energy of Texas here, y'all. Got to have the energy of Texas here. All right. So let me get out my deck. Oh. Let's see what card was left behind. Oh, good. We want it. Yeah, that's great. Five of Pentacles. We're okay to leave that behind. We're totally okay to leave that one behind. This is time of abundance and prosperity. We're going to go ahead and just clear that. Okay. So let me get this one. All right. Shuffle these. And we are going to start, of course, with the queen herself, the Empress, cow energy. Look at her just sitting in the field like divine being. Every time I talk about Taurus, no doubt in my head conjures up the image of Ferdinand the Bull, like just laying in a field just like this, mountains and sunshine and clouds behind, and just sniffing the wildflowers. Every time, that's exactly what shows up for me. Okay, so here, let's hone in on this wonderful Empress card right here. So first off, Empress aligned with the number 3. Again, this is that liminal time. There is a veil opening here. So even if you may not align yourself with the little folk, the fae, sprites, spirits, anything like that, it is still a thin veil, meaning the ancestral realm is closer to us. So, first off, as always, we give thanks to our ancestors for speaking to me, speaking through me, ancestors. I love you. Thank you. But this is also that time. And the three, the Empress, threes for me. Y'all know me by now. Threes. Always talking about ancestrals, being able to connect that mind, body, and that spirit together. So let's take a look and see what we have for the Empress, and then we will get some extra insight through the Rider Waite. All right, so the Empress. On the way towards birth, something amazing happens. Creation. It is the act of creation that brings together the magic of the universe and the power of spirit. It is through the creation process that the soul gets to express itself unencumbered. Yet everyone seems more impressed with the Big Bang at the end. How funny that the end is the only part that seems to be cause for celebration. Look deep into my eyes and let me show you how to tap into the true magic you have inside of you. Come lay down on the grass amongst the wildflowers and let me show you what real creative love feels like. I have full goosebumps. Message from the cows right away, dropping in on that Beltane. And I love what it says here is how funny that the end is the only part that seems cause for celebration. And that to me, that is why I am so grateful and blessed that I was led to begin to look into years ago into celebrations through the Wiccan Wheel of the Year, Celtic celebrations, natural celebrations, pagan celebrations, celebrations that really truly align with nature changing and understanding, like the cow just said, harvest is where our abundance comes from, right? That is also its own celebration. It is its own celebration of all the hard work that we've put in. But we can't forget Beltane. We can't forget the celebration that we can celebrate where we've been and we can celebrate our movement forward to harvest. It is still a time to celebrate. Seasons are changing. The sun is apexing again. The sun is coming out again. We have rounded another year. We have rounded another ability to be able to go off and fight for our bounty, go off and harvest all of the things that we need to continue on. So I love that message and that message came through immediately. All right, I am actually going to move these up here so that way we can get. All right, let's talk about the Empress. All right, so spirits, ancestors, what additional messages do you have for this Beltane reading as it pertains to the Empress, as it pertains to this cow energy? Thank you. Thank you. Oh, love it. So we have the Hermit. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. The rest is here. All right. So what we had come out to support the Empress today was the Hermit. We have I moved my microphone and now of course it's all kinds of crazy. All right, we have the Hermit, we have the 10 of Pentacles, we have the 8 of Cups, and we have the Ace of Wands. So, given the message from the cow and the Empress energy during this Beltane season, this to me is really about the time for the Hermit is done, right? So, the Hermit is looking towards the past. And this message came out in the last Twitchy Tuesday we did. So, this is a continued message of that. The time for being the Hermit is done. We are no longer in hibernation. Hibernation is over. This is your last opportunity to hibernate. There needs to be action taken. Because if action isn't taken, if you aren't ready to go out into the field, if you aren't ready to plant your seeds, this 8 of Cups, excuse me, if you aren't ready to do the work and create this time to celebrate, to then get to work, do the things necessary, this Ace of Wands ain't going to happen. Your harvest is not going to be there. So it is time, if you have not already, and obviously the Hermit's here, so there's still some hermiting going on. It's time to figure out where that Hermit is coming from and begin to move away from it. This is a time of celebration, 10 of Cups. Absolutely. It is time to celebrate. It is the last time to celebrate, because guess what? We've got work to do. It's time to go on this journey. It's time to, again, that warrior, go out and get that bounty. Maybe that is that masculine work that needs to be done, to go out and actually get things, to go out and actually create what you need to create. And then there can be that time also to go out into the land, like the Empress here in all of her glory, sit out amongst the wildflowers, be able to put energy and to put love and light into your dreams, nurture them. This is a time of nurturance. Nurture them into what they need to be. There is part of that. That's why the cups are here. That's why this isn't an 8 of Pentacles, right? It's not an 8 of Wands. It's not that sort of action. There's 2 different types of action with this 8 of Cups. You have the action of actually going out to do something. That's where his wand comes in. He's holding a staff. He's got that wand. He's moving towards it. But we can't forget that the moon and the cups are here. We have a Taurus new moon coming up, right? Obviously we have to get through the eclipse. That will be this next Twitchy Tuesday. You'll want to make sure to check that one out, because this eclipse is big. But then after that, in the middle of May, we will come and we will have this new moon in Taurus. So here we have this ability to intuit, get in and nurture from the inside what we want to grow, while simultaneously taking the action needed to make it happen. Because the Ace of Wands, and I love that these two, this 10 and this 10 of Cups and this Ace of Wands, are on both sides, right? It's almost like, okay, intuit, celebrate. Intuit, action, and then full abundance comes through. Gifts from the universe. The universe brings you in something that you can plant in this ground and make it explode. We can continue to love. It's like all of these level ups. This is your harvest. This is the abundance coming in. This is what you are able to create from this Ace of Wands. So it's like, I love that time to get away, time to celebrate, time to work, time to intuit, time to get in and like set all of these wonderful intentions and allow the abundance of the universe to bring that forward. But don't forget, in order for this to happen, this Ace of Wands to happen, there is work that you do need to do. All right. So that is the Empress in all of her glory. Next up, we have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the goat. This one, again, specific is the mountain goat. And here's your pentacles. Here's the work, right? Here's the pathway. Look, I love how each of these pentacles is the pathway up the mountain. This is how that transition happens. Yes, take your time to celebrate, Empress. Be on your throne. Be out in your wildflowers. Work's got to be done. All right, let's see. Let's see what this mountain goat says. I think this one's back here. All right, here we go. All right, message from the mountain goat. If you look carefully, you will notice I am not as clumsy as I used to be on these rocks. I have seen how each place I need to step has a special mark on it. With each pass through this part of the mountain, I become more and more sure-footed. You will also build your confidence and become sure of who you are and what you have to offer. With each step of your own, just remember the golden rule. Don't look down. That is some amazing advice. Because the path is there, right? Like that's the great thing is unless you've seriously been in hermit mode doing nothing, hermit mode, when you're in a hermit mode, what we should be doing is crafting, organizing, right? Like manipulating things, getting things in order, putting things here, getting this thing over here, getting our, again, this Taurian season as we've gone through the first quarter of the year, reassessing our landscape, all of that should have brought you to a point to where you are grounded in your values. You know your why, your purpose, your mission. You know all of the things that you are doing. You know exactly where you're at, you know exactly what to do, and you're not easily swayed. You've got this resonance, right? We talked about this through the Twitchy Tuesdays, this resonance inside of you that is moving you forward. This mountain goat has a resonance inside of him. He knows his path. It took him a while to know the path, but that's what traveling, the action of traveling. He didn't say, "Oh, I know the path because I've looked at it. So I know where I'm going." Because no, he said, "I know my path and I get more sure-footed every time I travel it." Action must be taken to get this path. But the path is out there. That's what that hermit mode should have all been about, is discovering that path. Now the path may change, right? Here we have this mountain goat. What, like this could crumble off at one point in time, right? Like we can't control nature. We can't control what's happening around us. That's outside of our donut. That's not our donut. Not our circus, not our monkey. What is where I'm headed. So if this pentacle, let's say, falls off and ends up coming out here, there's still a way to get to the top. I just have to figure out a new way. That's all I need to do. I just need to figure out a new way to get up there. So as you ebb and change, your path is going to ebb and change. That's what that hermit gives you. Gives you that ability to sit and contemplate what path, or what, now that this path has changed, what is the next best path for me? But the only way you are going to get comfortable with that path is to fucking walk it. That's the only way that you are going to get comfortable with that path. So make sure that you're actually taking some action. Because again, yes, celebrate Beltane, please. It's time to get to work, right? It's time to get to work. So let's talk about, let's just bring in the Capricorn energy here. Let's talk about this Eight of Pentacles, this mountain goat spirit. What additional message? Whoa, thank you. What additional messages? Thank you. Look, like the Hermit is here, something strong. All right. So let's see what came out. This was the first. Woohoo! Wow. Look at that. All right, we're going to put this right here. Tower comes right in the middle. All right, we've got the Star, the Hermit, the Tower, we've got the Six of Cups, and we have the Chariot. That is 4 major arcanas sitting up underneath this mountain goat, knowing he's sure-footed, knowing he's going to take action, knowing how he's going to get to the top of this mountain. And I love that the Tower separates these two. So let me put this up here for everyone. All right, here we go. This, 2 different sides of the coin, right? We talked about this. What if one of these pentacles fall? What if your path has to change? We are in the midst of eclipse season right now. Great endings, great beginnings. There is so much happening for you during this time. And I see this as this is the eclipse signifier to me, this tower right here, right? The Eight of Pentacles and the tower. Here is your mountain goat going on, you know, the path, and then something comes in and it changes it. Thank you, Uranus, right? Thank you, Uranus and Taurus. Sitting up in Taurus right now, also having a great time, also chilling with Ferdinand the Bull, just doing this, giving us these tower moments, which is beautiful. And as the nodes are shifting, we also have the nodes shifting. The nodes are finalizing their time in Taurus. And that is the North Node, which is what we are working towards, our destiny, our path, our purpose. We are here for something amazing, each and every one of us individually. And it's through these tower moments, it's through this assessment, it's through this time of spirit with the Star and the Hermit, and it's through this time of action with the Chariot and the Six of Cups. It's through both of these. It's the balance of these two that get us to where we're going. But the tower has to fall. What is not working has to be let go of. That's the key. That is the key. It's got to be let go of. It's got to be allowed. Just like this time, you have to till the soil. You have to get in and till the soil in order to bring harvest. So when we talk about the Star and the Hermit together, this is these two sides and how you can work and maneuver during this Beltane, during this mid-spring celebration. What are you hearing, seeing, and feeling versus what action can you take and how can you begin to move? And a lot of this action with this Six of Cups here can come from others doing research, getting in classes, learning a little bit more, bringing in insight, mentorship, right? Your community. This also is, don't forget during this time to celebrate with your community. You don't know unless you get out there and start talking to people, talking to your community, what is going to show up. Remember that Ace of Wands? What if what is supposed to show up to help you take action, swift action with the Chariot, is this lovely little granny here that's like, "Hey, hi, hi. So I've got this company and we'd love to hire you. Hey, hi, I've got this thing and I would love to work with you. Oh, I know what I need for this. Let me help you." And now you can go and take action the way that you need to take action. But you never know until you get out there. You got to allow this to happen, because if you're so stuck, if you are so stuck right in this tower, if you are so stuck right here with this mountain goat and he's just like paralyzed standing there, if you're so stuck up in la la land in the woo, you may miss this conversation. You may miss this community support and time to celebrate. You may miss this action, this Chariot, this whatever that Chariot is bringing, whatever it's going to do, the whatever, you're going to miss it. So allow these things to fall and crumble. Allow yourself to have this balance of intuition with the action. Feminine, masculine. Take the action. Start walking your path. All right. That is our friend, the goat, the mountain goat. Next up, we have the bee, the Ace of Wands. Little bee energy. I love bees. I love bees. I cannot wait until we have our ranch and I can do a whole bee colony. I'm very excited. I want to just do nothing more than cultivate bees and have them just present on the land and in energy. They are so spectacular and they're so important to our life, to our own thriving and our own harvest. So let's see what the bees are going to bring. besides amazing honey. Okay. 6 of Wands. I think this one may be back here. Nope, that's rabbit. It's got to be this one. All right. 6 of Wands, bee. Message from the bees. Never underestimate the part you play in the world around you. Even the smallest of actions can cause the largest of ripples. No matter how big or small your part, make sure you play it to the best of your ability. Sure, it's easy to be good when everyone around you is good, but it takes a higher level of success to do your best when those around you are not able to pull their weight. Wow. Okay. All right, let's see what comes out for that. 6 of Wands. What other messages do you have, Spirit, for the 6 of Wands? Thank you. Thank you. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Here we go. All right, let's see what we have. So these two popped first. I'm going to do Wheel of Fortune. Let's get these all over. Can everybody go? Oh, making sure everybody can see. That is live and on replay. There we go. All right. So with the bee, we have the, 4 of Swords. We have the Sun, the Wheel of Fortune, the Knight of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Wands. So we've got 2 6 of Wands present. 2 of them. So if we looked at it, really this, hold on, I'm going to move these over. That over here. This really could and should be read like this. So you have 2 6 of Wands on either side. And it is bringing in this energy into the center, into this Wheel of Fortune. I keep just seeing like everything comes in from both sides into this wheel. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, ancestors. So Beltane. Beltane is the midpoint between the equinox and the solstice. Spring equinox, summer solstice. It is the 15 degrees of Taurus. It is the midpoint of where air meets fire. The air of spring transitions into Wheel of Fortune transitions into the fire of summer. And so as everything is coming like this, as all of this energy on both sides of the 6 of Wands are pulling towards change. They are pulling towards the seasons changing. They are pulling towards the wheel changing. This is your time. We've been talking about this for weeks now. This is pure potential. Everything resides within this wheel. Everything. And as it turns, as you allow those tower moments, as you begin to do your work, as you begin to take and you do what you need to do, right? That was the message from the bee. That's what those 6 of Wands are about. No matter which side you are on, no matter what, like maybe this is your friends and your coworkers, maybe this is your spouse, maybe this is your inner saboteur, maybe this, whatever is surrounding you, right? Because this is you. This is you. Whatever is out here, down here, up here, don't matter. You are pillared between 2 6 of Wands. You are pillared between that energy of showing up for yourself, making your wheels change, showing up for yourself, and getting your shit done. Doing what you need to do to create the ripples in your own life. Because through this process, through this 4 of Swords, through this letting go of things that no longer serve you, turning your head, the sun, towards the light, turning your head towards this abundant harvest that's coming up, turning just simple mindset shift. That's all you need. Just this simple shift with the sun. Turn, just like sunflowers, turn your head towards the sun. Allow the sun to warm you. Allow the sun to give you. This is Beltane. This is all about the sun. Allow the sun to invigorate you again. Get it on your skin. Go outside. Get warm. Feel that warmth with the sun. Feel the energy. This is the happiest card in the deck. Allow it to be so. Allow that celebration to happen so you can make this wheel turn. On the other end of the stick, you're still doing your work. Look, we have the Eight of Pentacles. That is honing in on your craft. That's this goat honing in on your path forward. Being willing, Knight of Pentacles, to actually take the action that you need. If you have, all of these, every single one, whether it's the cow, the eight, now we've got the bee, all have been about this balance. We'll see how rabbits and swans come out, but all have been about this balance of action, inaction, right? Intuit, using your intuition to take the action that is necessary. But no matter what, you do the work. That's it. No matter what. You've got your pillars. You know the work that you need to do. And what I'm hearing, you're not afraid to do it either. There may be a little bit of here with this Four of Swords, but this, look at how this pales into comparison with all the rest. But there's always going to be something. Always going to be something that's going to stop. There's always going to be some sort of thought. Your inner saboteur is always going to come in because you're fucking thriving. That's what it's supposed to do. Your inner saboteur is intimately designed for you, that when shit is wonderful and thriving, this happens. Well, are you sure you deserve it? Well, why are you the one that has to, going back to this B message, why are you the one that has to do all the work? Why are you the one that has to break your generational curses? Why are you the one that has to clear all the karma? You don't need to do that. Why don't you just lay down? You don't need to do that. The hell I don't. You just know, again, what I also, thank you. You've got this knight here, but this is also like the effigy of the warrior, right? Tap into that warrior. This is what Mars in Cancer is doing for us right now. And when he gets into Leo with Venus in Leo, and we'll talk all about that as we get through May. So make sure that you stay in tune with all of the Twitchy Tuesday lives, because I've already channeled into those, and Venus is about ready to do some amazing things in Leo, and she will have her warrior there to help her, right? She will have that warrior of Mars in Leo helping her and supporting her through that. And this effigy of the warrior here with this here, that is how you break that inner saboteur. All right. You don't think I can do this? You're okay. What if you're right? What if you're right? Then what? Right? He can't. How is the inner saboteur going to answer that? How is he going to answer that? And ultimately, look, inner saboteur, thanks so much for coming on my horse with me. Get the fuck off. You don't need to be here. Right? You go back. You're here because I'm actually doing the things I said I'm doing. I am actually creating the ripples that I said I was going to create. I am actually doing the work that needs to be done. You're here because you're scared. I got something for that. Let me go out and get in the sunshine. Let me keep my wheel turning. Let me ride off on my horse. Let me keep my work going. Let me continue to do the things that need to be done. And that's also a good key. I know for me, when my inner saboteur shows up, I know right away, what am I doing well? Okay, now I know why you're here. I know why you showed up today, because today I hit a milestone. Thanks so much. I'm going to get my warrior on and I'm going to keep trucking. You can stay back there, Inner Saboteur. Thanks. So there is your B energy. All right. Rabbit is next up, which is the 10 of Pentacles. Oh, I love that the moon's right here. Right? Look, we are coming up on this lunar eclipse. It is right here for the taking. And I love that it is so. All right. Let me bring the lovers over. All right. So 10 of Pentacles with the rabbit. There's 4 rabbits balance, right? We've got the foundation, we've got the full family here. They're looking up at this moon. Their pentacles are over the threshold of their home, where their hole is in the ground, really providing that support, providing that foundation to have a thriving family. Because you got mommy and daddy rabbit, and you got the 2 baby rabbits right here. And it really is. It's this whole foundation of home, of hearth, of all the things that we work towards and for. So let's see what the rabbits say. All right. Message from the rabbits. Some say I am lucky. Some consider me a pest, but no one can argue with my ability to multiply rapidly. And how? There is a reason rabbits breed well, like rabbits. It is part of our survival. No, part of our legacy. Ooh, I just got goosebumps. The more we create, the more we have to share. Our gifts benefit not only us, but those around us. We all play our part in this physical world, even if it means something ending up as someone else's dinner. So that is another message, again, creating those ripples. It's about you, right? The rabbit, it is about the rabbit. It's about the individual, because they actually are the ones that have to procreate. They are the ones that have to breed and multiply. However, through them doing their own work, back to the bee, through them maintaining their own work, regardless of what any other animal in the kingdom is doing, they show up, they do what they do, they stick in their destiny path, they keep going down their road. They create ripples outside of that affect all. It is all about us, and it is not about us, all at the same time. I love that message. All right, rabbit. What other messages for the rabbit do we have during this Beltane celebration spirit? What are other messages? 2. All right. What are, oh, thank you. Thank you. Ooh, yay. All right. We've had a lot of major arcana come out. So, the sun, we have the 6 of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Cups, and we have Temperance and the Hierophant. Tons of major arcana cards. All right. So, 10 of Pentacles, 3, let me see. All right, with the message of the rabbit, procreating. This is a time of fertility. This Beltane is all about the fertility. It is, again, it's breathing life into our new beginnings. That's really what this time is all about. It's this time to do all the necessary rituals, do all the necessary, whatever that means for you, all the necessary prayers, all the necessary, rituals to bring in these new beginnings, to pray over the harvest. And this really, again, this rabbit message of we got us. We've got us. That is what's really sticking to me here is during this time of celebration, this 3 of Cups, right? Like if this isn't a Beltane card, I don't know what is. This 3 of Cups is full of celebratory nature, right? We've got the ancestors grounding us in here as well. But it is this time as this Beltane comes, as the veil gets thinner, it is a time to celebrate. Celebrate with our community that is living, as well as our community that is in the other. And bringing those two together, we have the Sun and the 6 of Pentacles. There is the 6 of Pentacles and the 10, right? We've got these two really hardcore pentacles here, with this as being like the fullest of abundance, the whole hearth, right? This magnitude of new beginnings and blessings. But before that, this 6 of Pentacles is, and this Sun is like, lift your head up to the sky and share. Lift your head up and be embraced by the warmth of the sun, and begin to do your, because this is the single guy, this is the single gentleman here in the middle in the 6 of Pentacle cards, holding a balance. What is Libra season? Libra season, we get to harvest, right? Do what you need to do to create your own sunshine, your own harvest, your own new beginnings, your own, all of the things that you're doing, whatever that fertility moment is for you right now. Do your own due diligence, and don't forget to share, right? We've got this 3. Their community is so big right now. Beltane really hones in on that celebratory nature of community, of sharing with others. This, what I'm doing right here, this is sharing with a community. It does not have to look like, oh, I need to go and like actually go out and party, and I need to actually, that doesn't have to be that way. It's what is serving you. But there is this celebratory nature, and there is something about sharing. So that way we all, again, sharing, we all can thrive. What did it say? Hold on, I want to go back. There was, I'm forgetting the words that it used, and I want to make sure to get it right. That's the bee, mountain goat. Is this? Here we go. It was, the more we create, the more we have to share. Bam. In the flesh, the more we create, the more we have to share. And that is a blessing. That is what this is all about. For ages, way longer than modern society today, for ages, a community had to rely on each other. It wasn't just about one individual person. Stick with me. I know we can argue that. That's fine. But it normally was not just about one individual person. It was about the community and what the community brought together in order for the community to survive and thrive. All right. Then on this other side, which I want to read this part again too, because this is where these come in. It is part of our survival. No, it is part of our legacy. That's path, purpose, destiny. That's what we are here for, right? Temperance and the Hierophant. We are here for that. We are here for our legacy. We are here to fulfill what we need to fulfill, even if that means finding the balance, being able to bring the cups, one cup being filled, then the other having to, again, that lovely infinity sign, being able to go around and around and around on our path and on our journey, and understand that we are connected to the whole. We are connected not only spiritually, we are connected physically, we are connected mentally. It is all 3 parts of that. It is the whole shebang. And that movement towards our legacy, that movement towards what we are here to do, our gifts that we're able to bring into the world, to share with the world. That's what this is all about. Again, said it multiple times, said it in a bunch of different Twitchy Tuesdays. We ain't playing for the short term. This is all long-term energy right now. All long-term energy that's going to survive past us. It's that saying, like these two cards remind me of that saying, I am planting trees that I will never be able to sit under. What a gift. What a gift that we have to give to this world, that I can plant trees I am never going to be able to sit under. That's amazing. All right. So, rabbit energy. We good? Okay. Let's get over to now our final, before we close out, our final reading, which is going to be the Lovers, the Swans. I love the duality here, right? It reminds me, we've got the two trees, the two swans. Something big may be coming in during Gemini season. Gemini season is going to be very dynamic this year. As a Gemini rising, I am very excited to get into Gemini season and get into that energy. But this Lovers really is aligning into that Gemini-ish energy. So let me read from the book, and then we'll pull and get our last final reading. Okay. There we go. All right. The Lovers, Swan message. Come be with me and let me marvel in the you that is all magnificent. When we come together, it is not so that we can fill something in each other, but instead stand in our own glory and know that together we can create something magical. Let the contrast of our individual states create the perfection in our togetherness. Oof. That is a beautiful message. All right, let's see what we've got. Spirit, what other messages you have for the Lovers during this Beltane reading? What messages do you have for the Lovers? Their messages. Whoa. Look at that. That was great. All right. Let's see what we got. All right. I know what came out first, I think, was this one. Ooh, we got a lot here. All right. So we got King of Cups, Judgment, the Magician. Again, more. Oh yeah, we got some. These two I'm keeping up here, and I'll tell you why in just a second. So the 10 of Cups and this 4 of Swords. What we got down underneath the Lovers, look, we've got almost all major arcana. So we got obviously the major arcana in the Lovers itself, but we've got the King of Cups, Judgment, the Magician, the Hanged Man, the Queen of Wands. So we've got a king and a queen on either side. Also, I'm seeing this as a triangle, right? Also bridging the two cornerstones of the Lovers up top. So we've got the masculine. This whole reading, the whole thing has all been about bringing this balance. This balance is key here right now. And then I'm actually going to bring these. Oh, they said they want them over here. Okay. So we've got this 10 of Cups and this 4 of Swords. And the reason why these are over on the side. So we've got this triangle of the Lovers, King and Queen. I love this. In fact, I'm even going to put this up a little bit more to really make it look like a triangle. Look, imagery is a whole thing. It's important. And then these two over on this side are here because this is the reminder of what we've done earlier. It's a reminder of the Empress. It's a reminder of the Eight of Pentacles. It's a reminder of the Bee with the Six of Wands. And it's a reminder of the Rabbits with the Ten of Pentacles. It is a reminder of what we've already talked about. Don't lose that in this message. Don't get to the end. What was it? Was it the cow? Don't get to the end and forget to celebrate the beginning. You just want to go and focus on the end. This is great because guess what? This is all the lovers, right? This is, yes, this is relationships. Yes, this is that hand fasting. Yes, this is that union. And oh, we can get all lost up in the woo and the love and all. Yo, there's still things. We still got things. You still have to do the work. This is the honeymoon. There's still things that happen. There's still work that needs to be done. Don't forget that. Don't let that inner saboteur continue. You've got the foundation. This is strong. This is like a destined union. You're good. Don't let the inner saboteur come in and fuck up all of this. This is just as important. This is like way more important than this. This is part of this. It is part of the whole, but it is not the whole. Right? What did the swan say? Hold on, we're going back. When we come together, it is not so that we can fill something in each other, but instead stand in our own glory and know that together we can create something magical. They have to come to this union. This king and this queen has to come to this union soul and separate. If they are waiting for their other half, if we are waiting for somebody else to do all of this for us, this ain't going to be a strong structure, right? We can't create something magical together. So these are over here as the reminder. Don't get all the way to the end and only celebrate this part of the reading because you didn't like what you heard here. It's the whole package. And so getting to this triangle, getting to this awesome union, that this energy of the lovers, this duality, again, I'm getting with, especially with these two here, there's something in Gemini season, y'all. When we get there, we'll look back at this and we'll be right. There's something in Gemini season. So this King of Cups and the Queen of Wands, man, first off, I love, because this to me is really that signifier of what's happening right now, which Venus is in Gemini, by the way. So maybe this is where this Gemini is coming in, because I love that this is an action-oriented Venus with the wand. This is the feminine in utilizing the masculine, right? She is, and here's the exact opposite. We have a masculine that is honing in the feminine, that is owning his other side. He's the cup. I love, as this, again, this is all going to exactly what we're experiencing right now. We've got Venus in Gemini, Venus in the masculine sign, right? We have Venus here. She's going to be in Leo. That's where she's going to be for 3 months. She's going to retrograde there. We have right now Mars in the sign of Cancer. If this is not Mars in Cancer, y'all, that is Mars in Cancer right there. Living like a king, living like a king. But this is, again, this is all about the balance. This is all about coming together. I love that the Magician lands in the middle here, because this is how we alchemize. This is all the story of alchemization coming into this swan perfect union, celebrating each other, having this magic moment. It is through, though, trial and tribulation that happens, the judgment. It is through the Hanged Man, another trial and tribulation, that happens. you have to individually go through things. You have to individually show up and do all of this work in order to get to this lovers, right? Individually, all you have to go through things. You have to experience. You have to bring. You have to have. You have to be able to grow. You have to be able and willing to sit in your masculine power, knowing that you are a bad fucking ass that can also play into his intuitiveness. You need to sit in your feminine fucking power, sitting there like the queen, knowing that I know how to take my intuitiveness and put action to it. How do I know? Because I've been through some things. I know how to alchemize because I have done things that get me the tools that I need to be able to alchemize. That's why. And I do that individually. My partner does that individually. And together we come together into the lovers, into these beautiful swans. I'm also bringing my work. They're also bringing their work. We work together. It's so beautiful. It's so, again, all about the balance. That is your Beltane reading, bringing that over there. One last look at the cards, but we are done, everyone. Let me get back to the chatting screen real quick. So that has been your Beltane reading. Thank you so much to those that joined me live and for those that are joining on the replay. Again, please leave comments. Make sure that you follow, subscribe, share, hit the alert button. Again, we do have all Twitchy Tuesdays scheduled out for the month of May on YouTube now. So you can hit that notify me. You can smash that button and you'll be with me live every Tuesday. We're going to talk about astrology. We'll pull some tarot. And that is going to be it for today. Thank you all so much. See everybody later.